This video was produced by the Day Trading Academy, and it's the last video in this series of videos in which we taught you how to use your Diro Compact software. Now what we're going to do in this video is show you how to fix a couple of Diro gremlins. We're going to show you how to work with your laptop mouse pad in the event you don't have an external mouse with you. We're going to show you how to restart your Diro and why you would want to do that. We're going to show you how to load a layout, and then we'll just talk about the team view and how you can get some help via team viewer. So let's start off by looking at your price chart here, and you can see that the candles have dropped way below here, and you want to see those candles. What do? You move over to the right hand side into the price area. You see this, your cursor changes into an up and down arrow. You left click and hold it in, and you just drag the candles up until you see them all. And you can see that your slow stochastic has done the exact same thing. So you can just left click and hold in the right hand side area until you see them all, and that's how you're going to fix that. Now you also remember that if you want to zoom in and out using a mouse wheel, you can just roll your mouse wheel and you can zoom in and out like that. But what do you do if you don't have an external mouse with you? Well, on the right hand side you can see you've got a zoom out button here that you can just click on, and a zoom in button that you can click on there. You also have a button here. If you click on that, it opens up a panel of draw tools on the left hand side here that you can use. Now the other thing we're going to show you now, because you're new to Diro, you could be making mistakes that you don't normally would do once you're comfortable with using your Diro software. So let me show you what happens. So let's say you wanted to move this Sense viewer all the way to the left, but instead of doing that, you did that and you dropped it there. You made a couple of other mistakes. Maybe you did the same thing on that side, and now you got this lying all around. Made a couple of other mistakes and you don't know how to fix it. Well, don't stress. If you remember that in the beginning we saved this layout as a default layout called the main practice layout, and Diro remembers that layout the way you saved it. So what we're going to do now, if this happens, you just go and close Diro, and we're not going to say we want to save this, otherwise we're going to save this mess. So what we'll do, we'll say no, we'll go cancel, and now what we do is we'll just open up Diro again, and we wait for Diro to open. And if Diro opens, it should open it the way it remembers you saving that particular layout. And that's how you're going to fix a problem like that in case it happens. Diro busy opening up, and there's your layout. You can see you've got everything here. Now what we're going to do is this. Remember one thing. The more charts and the more watch lists you've got open and running at the same time, the more data you're going to use, because this is a live program and everything you've got open draws data from the JSE. And apart from you paying for that data, the bigger problem is that all this data that you're bringing into Diro is slowing down your program. So only have the bare necessities open, only use what you really need. So let's say we only need a day chart, we don't need the 60 minutes. And what we'll do is we'll just close it there, and we'll move over to our watch list, and we say we only want the practice one open, we don't want 3 and 2 open. So we'll close it there, and then we'll close that one there, and now we're left with one chart and we're left with one watch list in our layout. Now because when we opened this watch list in the beginning, it was lying on the whole screen. Now it's lying halfway. So let me show you how to put a watch list on top of this one now. We go to components, we go to watch list, we select the one that we want to open, and now we say yes because we want to put it on top of this one, and we'll just left click and drag it there, and now I've opened it on top of this one. So let's close this thing up. Guys, what am I going to do now is this. This rarely happens, but if it happens to you, then this is how you're going to fix it. I'm deliberately going to close all of these watch lists. Now, let's say one day you start up your Diro and you log in and you see this. It's like nothing here. Then again, don't stress. What you're going to do is you're going to go to layout and we're going to say load a layout. And we're going to select our main practice layout. That's the one that you're working on. And you're going to say open, and there's your layout. Guys, thanks for watching this series of videos. So let's just go back to this and see what we've done in this video. How to fix Diro gremlins. We showed you how to zoom in and out using the laptop mousepad. We showed you how to restart your Diro and how to load a layout in the event that your layout is missing. Now, regards to TeamViewer, if you have a small problem with your Diro and you don't know how to fix it, you can phone your trainer directly on his cell phone. Alternatively, if the problem is a bit more complex and you need more help, then you can always arrange with him to set up a TeamViewer session with your trainer. Guys, thanks for watching this series of videos.